Hello, welcome to a Gigabytes unboxing. Today we have The Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. This game is absolutely massive. Came out this year. This is doing very well in online reviews, like a 9.0 on Board Game Geek right now. This game's from Chip Theory Games, and they pride themselves on the component qualities. 1 to 4 players, and it's supposed to take 2 to 4 hours a session, and an adventure is supposed to be like 3 sessions. This game is huge. Campaign scale project of a game. Hundreds of cards, chips, dice. I'm excited to get into it. I'm gonna turn this a bit so that I can read. Greetings, adventurer. If you are reading this, know you're about to embark on a life-changing experience. To aid you and your party on the beginning of this epic journey, you've been provided a most trusty and stalwart companion, Dized, which is the supporting app. How to pack your box slip. It looks like there's a bunch of organizational components in here, which is really nice. Trays and holders for all of the chips and dice. Map. I see Skyrim map and Morrowind map on opposite sides. It looks like there's actually 3 in here. 3 separate big hex maps, different symbols for different types of site. They have a similar type of legend. Then we have these huge hex tiles, which are more like tactical scale map, terrain tiles. Then we have tutorial guide, which is itself a 40-page long rulebook, which is always a good sign when the tutorial's 40 pages long. And it looks like an introductory scenario, setup instructions, all of that, and it walks through multiple turns of a game. Then we have reference cards, enemy skill references, multiple sheets of these, 4 for the 4 players, double-sided, and these are like status effects: Bane, Dazed, Decayed, Dispel, Maim, those type of things. There's probably 30 or 40 of them on here, and references for a bunch of specific skill effects that look like they might be player abilities. And then we have ye old actual rulebook. Nice color and print quality on everything. The rulebook is spiral bound and full color all the way through, with like full color art and backgrounds, and super nice. Rulebook is about 100 pages. Flip through a few pages here, maybe get a contents. Here's the table of contents. This is like character rules, in-game rules, component breakdown, class reference things, and then it sort of walks through game setup, gameplay. It sounds like you do 3 separate sessions for a single adventure. So I'm curious if one adventure is like 3 different locations, or if it's something that you kind of pack up and resume. We have a gazetteer. See what gazetteer means? Overland mechanics. Okay. So it looks like this is a separate rulebook for like the overland campaign portion of the game. Okay, these are specific locations on the map detailed out. It looks like for each location there's like game rules and some flavor text that you read alongside visiting that location, and it lists what type of campaign actions you can do at each of those locations. I'll avoid showing these like broken out in case there's content spoilers, but I'll just show like one example page here. We have setup templates for locations, and then kind of breakdowns of what types of actions you can do in the different locations. So it looks like we have the rulebook, which is mostly like character stuff, tactical level game, and then the gazetteer is more like the campaign reference, the locations that you'll be visiting on the map. Oh, and then we have another one of these for High Rock, and another one of these for Cyrodiil. Holy moly, this is a lot. Cyrodiil, Skyrim, and High Rock. I know Cyrodiil is Oblivion. I'm not enough of an Elder Scrolls buff to know. Oh my lord. They keep coming. There's actually 5 of these. I swear this is the whole stack now. So we have Morrowind, Black Marsh, High Rock, Skyrim, Cyrodiil. I guess these are all 5 of the Elder Scrolls games. All full color. This looks like a ton of content. I'm curious how many adventures there actually are in this game. And then we have a player tray. This kind of reminds me of, what's it, Too Many Bones? You know Too Many Bones? Yeah, this is like this looks like a player sheet that holds a bunch of dice. So these are like, it's like mouse pad material, and it looks like it has slots for dice for keeping track of information probably during gameplay. I'm guessing there's gonna be 4 of these because I know it's a 4-player game. Yeah, they're colored differently. I'm trying to see if they map onto specific character classes. It looks like these are identical. They are just colored differently. Yeah, each one has slots for a whole bunch of components. So there's gonna be a ton of dice and things coming up here. Let's see. This is standing out component tray, which is really nice. This is like an acrylic little holder for game components. And it looks to have some little plastic, some little mini parts here. A stand, probably for holding chips, holds a couple of chips. It's actually got symbols printed on the bottom to tell you what goes where, which is nice. A lot of games would not do this type of thing, or it would just be like a very flimsy little plastic tray. This is a box of mystery. This is completely unlabeled. It just has the game symbol on it, and it is shrink wrap. I'm almost hesitant to open it in case it has spoilery stuff in it. I'm gonna revisit that. And then this feels like card box. So this one I'm gonna go ahead and open. All right, so we have a whole bunch of card decks, like location cards of some kind. These look like item cards, maybe artifacts that you collect or mission rewards. These look like reference cards for environmental effects or maybe spell effect. It says Glyph of Disease Resistance, reference cards for gameplay. These look to be event cards, maybe on the campaign level, in between missions, that type of thing. We have more spell reference cards or glyph cards, looks like. These look like some kind of random events or something. This is a deck of cards with like a little torch backing. And then a small mystery deck. Not sure what those are. They might be things that are unlocked or revealed as you play. Now this is super cool. 3 separate cloth bags. Feel super nice. This one looks like maybe a grab bag for drawing things. We have 3 different symbols on here. These say 1-5 and these say 10-20. But these are maybe grab bags for drawing random components or storing chips or things like that. What's next? Nice acrylic trays. This one's for holding chips. Got a stack of the game chips in there, which I'm gonna get out if I can get it open. It's a little tough to open. There we go. Yeah, these feel like heavy chips. I don't know if they're like clay or heavy plastic. These feel very heavy. And then we have another one of these trays, and this one is just like packed with chips. So it looks like these are characters. These are like enemies that have stats on them. Wraith of Crows, various villains. So it looks like chips are used to represent enemies in the game, and they have a bunch of stat references on them. Each one of these is printed with like 4 or 5 numbers, name, full color art, and then the chips themselves are different colors. And then this is actually another tray of chips, but these ones feel lighter. These might be plastic chips. I think these are 2 different materials, oddly. They're the same size and the same sort of storage component, but these ones feel a lot lighter. And then we have dice, a lot of dice. Let's look at dice. There's multiple of these trays of multicolored dice with a bunch of different symbols. So we've got 4 separate trays here, and one of them is not full, probably for organizational purposes. Oh, there's 5. There's a 5th one. These are actually blank black dice, so I wonder if these get stickered or if they're like replacements or extras or used for tracking something. I don't know. Yeah, this is a lot of dice. Some of them have like multicolored symbols on different faces. There's a lot going on here. I'm assuming these are the dice that fill out the player board, so some of these are probably used for tracking combat stats and things like that. And then we have another component tray. This one has like little chips covered in symbols, 3 different colors of little square token trackers. And that is everything. That is the game. Everything in this game is like full color. The chips are printed in full color. There's a lot of book pages if you total up all of this. And I'm a little surprised at how few of these hexes there seem to be, because these are kind of big sections. I kind of want to open up these hexes real quick. Oh, okay. I'm glad I went into this because this was not what I was expecting. I expected cardboard here. These are actually double-sided that are made out of that like pad material. They're double-sided with different maps on each side, and it looks like they're mechanically different. This one has like a river flowing through it, and there's some stacks of these here. That one is single-sided. That one is double-sided. These smaller ones are all single-sided. It's colorful and made out of this like heavy pad material instead of cardboard like a lot of these hex-based games would be. This looks super cool. I'm looking forward to delving into it and trying it. There's a lot going on here. I think actually I should open this one more box because I genuinely have no idea. It just has the game symbol on the front of it. This looks like scenario cards. These are like describing events where you have like choices, it looks like. This looks like a huge stack of character classes, character stats and abilities on them. And then these look to be event cards. Okay, this is cool. So this is a notepad that is a campaign journal. This is for keeping track of your quests, the names of your characters, the XP that your party has gotten. So I guess these are for tracking information from scenario to scenario. And then these are actually like very tall cards. Okay, so this says bow. These look like categories of weapon type with references. I think this is a whole stack of rules references. Turn order, different types of items and weapons and stuff. That's everything in this small box. Yeah, there's a lot going on with this game. Huge amount of content. Thanks for watching. I'm excited to dig into this. Remember to like and subscribe. If you would like to see this game played, this is one that we could get going with our Midnight Rollers group. If you want to see more of this game, let us know. Thanks for watching, and till next time.